Welcome back to the Kings Park Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round, hole number 6. Here we're playing a sniper rough bump. The adjustment for this drive is P5 plus 5% max. P5 plus 5 max. We're using 5.8 top, 2 left spin. We're going to pull this straight with a slight 1159 flicker. So we don't want a crazy 59 or anything, but we definitely want to be pulling a little bit of 59 on this one just to make sure that we're not landing too close to the bunker on our first bounce, and to make sure that we don't roll long through the back of the fairway. APOC 5 and 6, red ring touching the bunker. Top of the 24, APOC 7, 2/3 of the blue ring in the bunker, and APOC 8 is 1/3 of the blue ring in the bunker, all at the top of the plus 24. Playing this with an APOC 4, you'll have half the red ring in the bunker at P5 max rest. Wind angles on the drive. There is one wind angle that you need to pay attention to, and the reason is we are pushing this drive up to the top of the fairway, and if you catch the tailwind angle, it is possible for you to roll long and through the fairway, and we don't want to see that happen. If it does happen, you can still reach to get an easy eagle. However, an easy birdie. However, it takes away your eagle shot. So for the drive, we're looking at these flowers, and we're going to use the right edge of the flowers as our starting reference. Anything outside the flowers to the right is going to be tailwind, right? So if it's in the flowers, you're good. If you're outside the flowers, right of the flowers, then you need to pay attention and add a little bit of underpower. So if you are in the tailwind angle and your wind is below 8 or below, you'll need 2 clicks of underpower. If your wind is 8.1 or higher, you'll need to add 4 clicks of underpower. And like I said, that is just to ensure that we do not roll too long here. I don't want to see you catch some kind of crazy roll and run this one through and into the rough on top of the green. So not a whole lot there, but definitely important. Also, your pull angle is important here. For the same reason, we don't want to roll long. We don't want to hit the bunker on the first bounce. Like, we want to make sure that we're having a fairly precise drive here. 5.8 top, 2 left. No curl, no OP. Center the ball. Hit perfect. You should be about 395 plus in most cases, but you can still play this shot anything 394 or 392 plus. For the approach shot, we're going to play this one at P5 minus 5% at slider. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up on the top of the rough, kind of. So my yellow ring will be touching the fairway rough line on top. And what I'm kind of doing is eyeballing the left side of this dark row that is just left of the pin. So 2 lines left of the pin, and I'm trying to put my bullseye kind of in line with that, and then have the yellow ring touching the fairway on top. Then I'm going to add spin, just so that the tip of the ball guide is just going into the front center of the cup. We don't want to be going through the cup, but we don't want to be short of the cup. All right, so looks like I am just a click through the back. That's okay, as long as you don't have anything crazy here, half a square more through the hole. You don't want to come in too hot. So should look like something about like that when you're done. This one is also very pull angle dependent and has wind angle tweaks that are required. The reason they are important is because we're landing on a rough that has a slight slope in it, or a little dip. And if you land too high, close to the bunker, then it plays differently. It'll kick the ball to the side. And then if you land too close to the fairway, and you can still land in the rough, but if you land too close to the top, then it plays a little differently. So we need to pull this one as consistently as possible and play the tweaks as listed so that you have the best chance of getting a drop. This hole is not a great hole. It's a tough drop because of all the wind angles that we see nowadays. So for your best chance, follow these tweaks and make sure you're kind of playing it as precisely as you can. P5 -5 at slider. 3 different wind angles here. We're going to be looking at this left side of this green bush in the back, and then the left side of this flag here to the left, and then in the middle we have neutral. To the right we have a tailwind, and to the left we have a crosswind. If you're in the crosswind angle, so here's the deal with the underpower. So the underpower is going to be anything 8.0 or less is going to play just before circle break underpower, and then anything 8.1 or higher will play circle break underpower. All right, and that's important because that's going to come into play as far as how we land in the bunker, either closer to the bunker, or in the rough, either closer to the bunker or closer to the fairway. And if we don't get our underpower situated properly, then we're most likely going to land in a different spot and miss it altogether. So if you are in the crosswind angle, wind 7 to 8, you'll minus 0.3 from your adjustment and use just before circle break underpower. If your wind is 8-1 to 9-1 in the crosswind, you play circle break underpower and minus 0.2 from your adjustment. 7-0 to 8-0 is minus 0.3 from your adjustment. 8-1 to 9-1 is minus 0.2 crosswind. Neutral, 7-0 to 8-0, just before circle break underpower, minus 0.1 from the adjustment. 8-1 to 9-1 is circle break underpower, no adjustment tweak needed. If you're in the tailwind, 7 to 8, you'll play it just before circle break underpower, no adjustment tweak needed. And 8-1 to 9-1 plays circle break underpower, and you will need to add 0.2 to your adjustment. Make sure that you are pulling this one with an 1159 flicker. You don't want a crazy 59, but you definitely want to favor 1159 on here, especially if you have the tailwind angle, as the tailwind angle is going to push our ball further. It's going to land closer to the top end of the rough, and we're trying to keep that consistent. So if you put any 1201 on a tailwind angle and it's heavy tailwind, there is the possibility, and if you play, especially if you play the wrong underpower, possibility that you fly the rough. So pay attention, make sure your underpower is correct, make sure you have that 59 flicker on there. I would say this, I would favor more of a flicker than less of a flicker. Just make sure you have some 59. You don't want to miss the rough on this one. Worst case, you want to walk away with a birdie. Best case, you want to drop it like I do here. So we're 7.2 here. We're just into the tailwind. We're going to play this with the before circle break underpower. No other tweak has been needed here, and it's perfect. We land nicely, just slightly above center in the rough, and we come in center cup. Practice this one a couple of times. Hopefully you can get the same results that I'm getting here. Wish you the best of luck. P5 -5 at slider for the approach. P5 plus yard slider numbers as follows: 10 is 70, 11 is 72, 12 is 75, 13 is 77, 14 is 80, 15 is 82, 16 is 85, 17 is 87, 18 is 90, 19 is 92, 20 is 95, 21 is 97, and plus 22 is 100% slider. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you on the next one.